Here's a full-length article around 1600 words crafted in a flowing, engaging style for a YouTube script, without headings as you requested. BMW's flagship SUV is the kind of vehicle that doesn't just drive down the road, it makes a statement. Launched in 2019, it's still considered young compared to the rest of BMW's storied lineup, but it has already carved out a reputation for being the pinnacle of size, luxury, and presence. When BMW first entered the large luxury SUV segment with this model, many wondered if the brand famous for sports sedans and coupes could truly deliver a full-sized SUV that lived up to its reputation. The answer was an emphatic yes, but with a twist. BMW's idea of a luxury SUV is not just about practicality and space, but about redefining what it means to be commanding on the road. The first thing you notice about this SUV is the sheer size. It's unapologetically massive, towering above most vehicles and stretching long enough to comfortably fit 3 rows of seats. Of course, the talking point right from launch has always been its kidney grille. Oversized, bold, and divisive, this grille has become a symbol of BMW's modern design language. Some love it, some hate it, but everyone notices it, and that's exactly the point. With the facelift in 2022, BMW doubled down on the boldness by enlarging the grille even further and adding more chrome, as if to say this SUV is not about blending in, it's about standing out. Slimline headlights added a futuristic edge, and the overall design began to lean even more toward extravagance than subtlety. Climb inside and you immediately realize why this is BMW's flagship SUV. The cabin is not just spacious, it's expansive, designed to cocoon you in luxury while simultaneously showcasing cutting-edge technology. The first thing you feel is the sense of airiness. The panoramic glass roof brings in light that floods across leather seats, soft touch materials, and finely crafted details. Every button, switch, and surface feels premium, with BM's signature emphasis on tactile satisfaction. The interior comes with options of high-end wood trims, crystal gear shifters, and ambient lighting that can set the mood for every journey. But the story isn't just about design. This SUV is about functionality too, particularly in how it caters to large families and those who want to travel in style with friends. With 3 rows of seats, it comfortably fits 6 or 7 passengers depending on the configuration. The second row can be equipped with captain's chairs that transform the middle of the vehicle into a business-class lounge. Space in the third row is genuinely usable, not an afterthought, which makes it one of the few luxury SUVs where adults can sit in the back without feeling like they've been relegated to the cheap seats. And even with all rows in use, the boot space remains practical, making it ideal for family road trips or long journeys. Of course, no BMW is complete without performance, and this SUV makes sure to stay true to the brand's sporting DNA. Despite its sheer size and weight, it feels surprisingly agile on the road. The available engines range from powerful 6-cylinder options to roaring V8s, each offering smooth acceleration and effortless cruising. The top-spec models push out an incredible amount of horsepower, delivering performance that would embarrass some sports cars while still carrying 7 passengers in supreme comfort. Thanks to BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system and advanced suspension, the SUV remains stable and confident, whether you're gliding along a highway, tackling winding mountain roads, or even handling a rough off-road track. What makes this SUV particularly impressive is how it balances performance with refinement. There's no doubt, it's fast and capable, but it's also whisper quiet when cruising. The engineers have gone to great lengths to ensure that wind noise, road noise, and vibrations are kept to a minimum. Combined with advanced driver assistance features and adaptive cruise control, long journeys become effortless, almost like being chauffeured in a luxury limousine that just happens to be an SUV. The technology inside is another standout. BMW's iDrive system continues to evolve, offering intuitive controls through both touchscreen and rotary dial, giving drivers flexibility depending on their preference. The digital instrument cluster and massive infotainment screens offer crisp graphics and seamless integration with smartphones. Passengers in the back aren't left out either. Rear entertainment screens, wireless charging, and multiple USB ports keep everyone connected and entertained. Add in a premium sound system from Bowers & Wilkins or Harman Kardon, and the experience becomes truly immersive. The facelift in 2022 brought not only cosmetic changes but also a host of updates to the interior tech. Slimline headlights on the outside were matched by sleeker, more modern screens on the inside. The SUV gained BMW's latest operating system, which introduced more voice control features, advanced navigation, and improved connectivity. Gesture controls, while still more of a party trick than a necessity, added a futuristic touch, letting you adjust volume or accept calls with a simple wave of your hand. One of the fascinating things about this SUV is the way it divides opinion. Some traditionalists argue that BMW should stick to its roots of sporty sedans and coupes, while others embrace the fact that the brand has boldly stepped into the world of ultra-luxury SUVs and succeeded. After all, the demand for large SUVs has been growing year after year, with markets like the US, China, and the Middle East leading the way. In these regions, bigger really is better, and BMW recognized this trend early enough to capitalize on it. When you compare it to rivals, the story gets even more interesting. Mercedes-Benz has its GLS, often referred to as the S-Class of SUVs, while Audi has the Q7 and Q8, and Lexus offers the LX. Each competitor brings its own strengths, but BMW's flagship SUV carves out a unique identity. It's sportier than the GLS, more practical than the Q8, and more technologically advanced than the LX. It doesn't necessarily try to beat the competition in every single category. Instead, it creates a distinct balance of driving pleasure, luxury, and presence that appeals to those who want something different. On the sustainability front, BMW has been careful to ensure this SUV doesn't fall behind. Mild hybrid technology has been introduced across several variants, improving efficiency and reducing emissions without compromising performance. While it's still a long way from being an electric vehicle, the foundations are there for electrification in the future. BMW has already committed to a lineup of electric SUVs, and it wouldn't be surprising if the flagship follows suit in the coming years, perhaps as an all-electric or plug-in hybrid version that continues the brand's legacy while adapting to the new era of mobility. Driving this SUV is a unique experience because of how it makes you feel. You're not just behind the wheel of a luxury car, you're commanding a machine that represents the pinnacle of BMW's design and engineering. There's a sense of pride that comes with every journey, whether you're cruising through the city, embarking on a long-distance road trip, or simply pulling up to a valet stand. People notice it, and that's exactly what owners want. It's not just transportation, it's a lifestyle statement. That's not to say it's perfect. The bold styling, particularly the massive grille, has sparked endless debates. Some feel it's over the top, while others think it's exactly what a flagship SUV should look like, unapologetically bold. The price tag is another factor. This is not a vehicle for everyone. It sits firmly in the high luxury bracket, with costs that climb significantly once you start adding options. But then again, that's part of its appeal. Exclusivity has always been a hallmark of luxury, and this SUV ensures that its presence remains rare enough to maintain desirability. For those who can afford it, the flagship BMW SUV delivers an experience that is hard to match. It combines practicality with performance, technology with tradition, and boldness with refinement. It's a car that has already established itself as a symbol of success, and with the 2022 facelift, it has only reinforced its dominance in the luxury SUV market. Looking ahead, the evolution of this SUV will be fascinating to watch. Will BMW continue to push the limits of bold design, or will it refine the styling into something more understated? Will electrification transform it into a new kind of flagship, one that balances sustainability with luxury? Whatever the future holds, one thing is clear: this SUV has cemented its place at the top of BMW's lineup and in the hearts of those who crave the ultimate combination of size, luxury, and performance. Since its launch in 2019, this SUV has grown rapidly in reputation, much like a child that suddenly matures into an adult before your eyes. It may still be considered young within BMW's portfolio, but it already feels like a fully grown member of the family, confident in its identity and unapologetic in its presence. They really do grow up fast, and in this case, BM's flagship SUV has grown into a vehicle that doesn't just carry passengers, it carries the weight of an entire brand's ambitions. Would you like me to expand this with more technical details, engine specs, dimensions, performance stats, trims to help naturally hit 1600 words, or keep it more storytelling focused for a YouTube voiceover style?